How's it going, everybody? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Adidas ZX 6000 X-Ray. This is the latest release as part of the Adidas A to ZX collection. Representing the letter X for X-Ray, interestingly enough, this is a non-collaboration pair. And instead, it's inspired by the concept of an X-ray, where the inner workings of the shoe are visible on the outside. So these guys retail for a price of $140 US or $185 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is Bliss, Cloud White, and Sand. So I'm just gonna put this out there. This one is probably my favorite A to ZX pair so far. There's just something about the concept and the execution. Adidas, honestly, they just killed it. And I know a lot of Adidas fans probably hate to hear this, but this shoe really does have a bit of that off-white, deconstructed vibe to it. So jumping straight into the details of the shoe, starting things off with the toe box, here we have this sort of blueprint image of the sole of the ZX 6000, and this is covered with this thin layer of this translucent netting. Also stitched on top of the toe box, we have this yellowed foam with the edges exposed, giving it that very deconstructed look. Surrounding the entire outer edge of the toe box, we have this semi-translucent TPU, which allows you to see through the inner workings of the upper. Moving downwards, so we have more overlays of this translucent TPU, and then covering the midfoot, we have the Adidas 3 stripes, which is done in a combination of black and white, and it's complemented with this zigzag white stitching. Surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, to me at least, this looks like a gray colored textile or suede, but you can't really tell because overlaid on top, there's another layer of that translucent TPU. Surrounding the back heel, we have this TPU heel cup, which is done in this smoky gray color. And then beneath this, we have this brown colored netting, creating a very unique look. Underneath both of this, we have another layer of this perforated foam, and again the edges are exposed, adding to the whole deconstructed vibe of the shoe. At the base of the tongue where the laces are, we have this grayed out lace lock with Adidas torsion branding on it. And then intertwining through this, we have these thin flat laces which are done in a combination of white with hits of reflective 3M. The laces also incorporate A to ZX branding on them, which was a nice added touch. Underneath the laces, we have the tongue. So the tongue is constructed using that same material that I pointed out earlier that surrounds the top ankle collar area. However, similar to that area, the entire tongue is covered in this clear TPU material, so again, you can't really feel what this underlying material is exactly. But the tag looks like the backside of your normal stitch tag, giving it this almost blurry-like appearance. The insoles on this shoe are also very interesting. They're done in this sort of minty teal color, and they have that same blueprint graphic that we saw earlier on the toe box, and this runs from heel to toe. So the upper of the ZX 6000 sits atop this foam midsole, which is painted in this vintage looking yellowed color. On the lateral side of the forefoot, we have this minty green EVA plug, and there's also another one on the medial edge of the back heel. This is to give you added stability and support. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your classic ZX 6000 outsole. So this is done in this smoky, semi-translucent gray colored rubber. We have a very intricate looking traction pattern that runs from heel to toe, and in the middle we have this orange colored torsion bar, which gives you that torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these X-Ray ZX 6000s. For those wondering how these fit, so I gotta say this pair is actually very snug. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. Adidas Canada sent me this pair in a size 10, which normally works for me for the ZX series, but this pair was super snug. I would say you definitely have to go up a half size at least, because trying these on in my true size 10, my toes were right at the edge and the shallowness of this toe box was just clamping down on top of my toenails. So definitely it didn't feel good at all, and if you have the opportunity to try these on if possible, I'd do that. Otherwise, I'd say at least go up half a size. Next up, in terms of comfort, so my perspective of the comfort is a little bit skewed because of the poor fitting shoe, because of the fact that the sizing was not right, but from what I can feel, aside from the toe pain, they felt alright. They didn't feel like they were amazingly comfortable on feet, but considering this is a shoe from I believe 1989, it's going to be fine for just an everyday casual use sneaker, and that's pretty much what I expected. Last but not least, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, overall I'd say that it's not bad. I feel like the TPU overlays may not age as well as other materials, but as of now when they're brand new, this looks perfectly fine. The materials were okay, and the overall build on this shoe was pretty solid. With all that out of the way now, let's lace up these X-Ray ZX 6000s and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. Aside from the fact that these don't fit in terms of the actual appearance of this shoe, this one is probably my favorite so far in the Adidas A to ZX collection. It's kind of funny that the one that's not a collab is my favorite, but there's just something about this pair, the color scheme and just the whole concept behind it. Adidas just really killed it. Maybe it's the whole deconstructed DIY sort of vibe, but I'm really feeling this shoe and hopefully I'm able to size swap so I can rock these ASAP. So I'm curious to know what you guys think of this X-Ray, ZX or ZX 6000. How do you guys feel about the look of this shoe, and how do you rank this one compared to the rest of the pair so far in the Adidas A to ZX collection? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. Before I end this video, another huge thank you goes out to Adidas Canada, so thank you guys so much for hooking me up, and until next time, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.